So the previous video detailed 2 days of creating this artwork, and here I am continuing it. This is day 3, I suppose. I just wanted to show the unique equipment that I have in front of me, so I'm going to move backward for that. I don't know if you could see all my unique equipment. I should just bring this close. I hope this doesn't shake. So these are the unique equipment that I have, and these are our camp. I hope that gave you able to see some shots. So this is my setup for now. I create abstract art, and one of the reasons I love creating abstract art is because it allows me to express my emotions in forms and in images and in colors, and it also gives the viewer the opportunity to also understand it according to their own perspective. Now, when I was to make this art for this person, I asked the person exactly the emotions they wanted expressed. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm using my pencil to draw an outline of where I wanted to add more colors, the other colors that I was given. Now, in drawing this art, I asked the person what emotion they wanted the painting to evoke and the colors they wanted. For me, doing this was giving the receiver an opportunity to be a participant in the artwork. I wanted it, even though it was an abstract work, for the person to also feel like they also contributed to the art. Because this time around, I wasn't just painting my emotions, I was making an order for a person. And so I wanted them to also have a feel of what it's like to be part of the process. And the truth of the matter is that when I was trying to create this artwork, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just went to dive in. One, I was super excited that I was asked to create art. Two, like this was my largest painting done. And three, I was just happy that someone could trust me with an idea of an emotion and could believe that I would replicate that into something that would represent how they felt. So I just went diving. I really didn't know exactly what I wanted, but I was gradually beginning to have an idea of how I could replicate the emotions. Okay, let's see how much we can. At this point, I had moved from the other location because of the sunlight, and I still wanted to record my process. Now, like I already said in the previous in the part one of this series, I realized that the acrylic paint that I bought was not actually acrylic paint, and it was something else. And I was already getting unhappy about that because I wasn't getting the effect I wanted. I had worked with acrylic, and that's still one of my favorite media to work with. And I knew that it gave a luster um on the canvas, and I wasn't getting that. I was getting a dull look, and by the way, I also had to add extra charcoal to give me a look. But then I didn't want that to hold me down, and I went ahead with the concept that I was already having and brewing in my mind. And so this was the second color that had been requested for. And if you had remembered earlier, I had used my pencil to mark out some outlines. And so here I was adding the next color. Now I had bought extra so-called acrylic white and black, but they turned out not to be acrylic. And even though they wrote acrylic on the bottles, it was not acrylic. But this also taught me that sometimes in life the unexpected happens, and you may just have to find a way to go around it, to find your way around it and make use of it. Like, things happen in such a way that they are not how you plan, and that is one thing this painting taught me. I was disappointed, and I was already feeling bad that I wasn't getting the materials I wanted, I wasn't getting the outline I wanted. But then I still wanted to see to the end of it and see how I could maximize the experience. Now, because I take my artwork and what I do very seriously, the outcome mattered so much to me. And here I was just blending in, just going on with what came to my heart and just expressing myself genuinely. Now, this was not an artwork for myself. I knew it was something that was going to represent me even when I was not there. So I had to just check and make sure that no matter what, I was still getting something suitable. But in my mind, I was very concerned because one, I didn't like the dull appearance of my canvas. I wasn't feeling so good about what I was getting, but I was just hopeful. I just believed that no matter what, I was going to do something good with this experience, and I was going to create an artwork that I too was going to fall in love with, but probably not in love to the point of wanting to keep the art for myself, knowing that from the beginning it wasn't mine at all. And yeah, I was just going out with outline and going on with the process. Now, one of the reasons why I really love abstract art is because it allows me to just express myself without thinking so much about rules and the do's and don'ts, with the understanding that at the end of the day, what will be created will be very unique, will be very representative of something worth the while. So I had some acrylic, but it was not enough to fill up the whole canvas. So what I did was that I mixed it with the new so-called acrylic I thought I bought, which I think turned out to be gouache, an in between watercolor and acrylic, like a mixture sort of. So this canvas was a mixture of different medias, even though that was not my original plan, but it also taught me that I could re-strategize.
Okay.